everyone, Liliana from Vanillandcanela here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very special bathroom makeover, and it's also a collaboration with one of my favorite YouTubers, Arika from Dorsett Doorstop. You guys know I love her. I've mentioned her on my videos loads of times, and I found out that she was planning to do a makeover in her bathroom, so I thought, why don't we do this together? Now, she owns her own home, so all the changes she can make are up to her. In my case, I don't. This is a rented military accommodation, so all the changes I've made are cosmetic, and I just wanted to bring some life into a very, very dull bathroom. Now, please note that Erika's channel will be linked below, so you can check her out and check out her makeover. If you are one of her subscribers and you're coming over for the first time, hi and welcome. I hope you like it here. I have very similar content to Arika, the main difference being that I'm in the UK and she's in the US. So if you think this is something you would like, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you here. Now, without further ado, let me show you the before. Now, as you just saw, it was a very outdated bathroom. The tiles are like a peachy cream, and the thing that I hated the most was the flower design. It's really not my thing. I really love the modern, mid-century modern style, so I tried to incorporate some of that in my makeover. My main thing to do was to somehow cover those flower tiles. I spent hours and hours and hours researching, trying to find tile stickers that I like, and though there were many that I liked, there weren't any that I was confident would look good in that bathroom. So I managed to convince my husband Paul, who's very good at designing stuff, to make me some Ola Kylie inspired stickers. Once we had decided on what those stickers were going to be, it was inspired on the abacus print. If you don't know who Ola Kylie is, she's one of my favorite designers. She's my favorite. Not one of my favorites. She's my favorite designer. She's a mid-century modern designer. She makes stuff for the home, and she also makes clothes actually, but I love her home stuff. And if you have been with me for a while, you know that I have loads of stuff from her. So the abacus print is actually my favorite. Paul designed the flower, and the hardest thing was to decide what colors. I had a look online to see what would go with the peachy cream, and grey was one of the colors, the dark grey. So we chose a charcoal color with a white insert. I'm going to show you, don't worry. And we used a Fablon or DC Fix or sticky back plastic, whatever you want to call it, which is waterproof. It's available everywhere online. Don't worry, everything I mentioned that I've bought, I will link below in the description so you can check it out if you want it. And once Paul had designed these stickers to go on the wall, I could then think of everything else. Now, the hardest thing for me was to decide if I wanted it to be really muted and calm and relaxing, or if I wanted it bursting with colour. If you know me for a while, you probably know which way I went. Okay, let me show you around. So what do you guys think? I absolutely love it, as you can imagine. I think it's bursting with colour, full of stuff. I know I could have gone minimalist and very calming, but that is not me. And I think the bathroom is such a tiny little place that it could take over the top accessorizing. Loads of pictures used on the toilet side. As you know, I have the separate toilet. I just pulled all those pictures from my own stock. You might know, if you followed me as well for a while, that I have quite a huge stockpile of photo frames and pictures. So I literally did not have to buy many of them. I bought a couple from Poundland, and you guys will see that in a different haul. But most of the stuff I already had it in stock. So I just went through it and then fill the wall. So you can tell there's still space to be filled, and that I left like that purposely. So with time I can pick up little prints, postcards. A lot of the stuff on the wall are actually postcards that I have. I love Paper Chase for postcards, and Poundland have actually got some really nice ones in there as well. So it's very, very easy to fill a wall, make it look colourful without spending a fortune. Everything, all those pictures are stuck on with command tape. Command tape is my number one thing as a renter. The thing that I use the most. I always buy it from Amazon. Again, there'll be links below, and I use it everywhere. I literally have a subscription on Amazon, so I get those delivered every month, once a month, so I can stockpile, because I know I will always use them. And I always have like gallery rolls around my house, so I need a lot of them. But what that means is that when it's time for me to move, I can just pull them off and leave no marks on the walls, no holes to be filled. I did hang up two shelves shelving units. One above the toilet, I got that in Primark. You must have seen that in a haul, and I used stuff that I already had. I didn't buy any of the stuff that you can see on it. And then there's a tiny one in the actual bathroom by the sink. I picked that up for 50p from a charity shop, and it's actually used as Alex's toothbrush holder. So he has his toothpaste, his little his cup, and his toothbrush, and his timer as well, you know, so he knows there's 2 minutes that he has to brush his teeth for during that time. Next to that little shelf, there's actually a mirror. It's from Poundland, and it's actually for Alex to see himself brushing his teeth. He enjoys that. This was a tip that one of you gave me, and it's been working a treat. The most expensive thing in the whole of this room makeover was actually the bath rack. So it's bamboo, it's from Dunelm, and it was £25. There is so many to choose from. I wanted one that I could put a book on and be in the bath and read a book, or the iPad, and it has a special wire rack thing to keep it in place. So that was the most expensive item, and I can take that with me to my next house. The only money I spent, which I won't be, when I move, I won't be able to take with me, is actually the Fablon or the sticky back plastic flowers, because once you pull them off, they'll get deformed and you won't be able to use them again. So for that money, I spent £12 on the charcoal colour, and that's because it was really hard to find. So I paid over the odds, but that was the colour that I wanted. If you want a different colour, they're so cheap. That I also used some white Fablon, which I already had in my stock from when I covered my desk last year. If you remember that, I will link that makeover above. So I didn't spend any money on that. And then I also bought from Wilko's some black Fablon, which I used to cover the inside of the medicine cabinet. Now that medicine cabinet came with a door, but actually opened this way, like towards your face and not away from your face. So I just thought it just gets in the way. I don't really use it as a medicine cabinet. I just display some of my face stuff, like face masks and face wash, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't need to be locked or anything like that. So I unscrew the door and put that away. I did that many months ago already, but I just thought if I cover the back of that cabinet, it will look nice. It will give it a different dimension. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now let's talk about the shower curtain. This was one of the things I agonized the most about. I have like 25 different shower curtains in my basket on Amazon because I spent hours and hours and hours. You really don't understand. The shower curtain was everything, and it was going to dictate everything. Now I love colour, and I thought if I find a really colourful curtain, then I can use whatever other colours I want in the room. So that's what I did. I found this shower curtain and I absolutely love it. It is from Amazon. It will be linked below. As I said, it's $12.99, which I think is a really good price, and I'm really happy with it. I think it brings loads and loads of colour. Why not, you know, it's a room that makes me happy to go into now, instead of just being this really bland room. Now let's talk about the towels. I do not have a dryer, so my towels are not fluffy. So I decided not to buy bath towels until I get a dryer, which I intend to do. Then I'll be able to keep my towels nice and fluffy, and I didn't want to invest that kind of money until then. The towels that you see are all Kylie towels that I've had for years, that yellow, mustard yellow that I love. And I did buy a new hand towel, which is from Dunelm, which is the white and black and yellow towel. I think it was really pretty. The bath mat is one from Primark. I showed that in a haul a couple of weeks ago, and it was £7. The one in the toilet, the pedestal mat, is actually from George. I have another one downstairs. It's £5 or £6, and the quality is so good that I've actually got 3 now, so I can rotate them. So I'm very pleased with that. The towels, where they are hanging, that is a new thing. I made that myself. I had this wooden sign that I didn't use anymore. I painted it, got Paul to drill 4 holes in it, and then I had those handles from an IKEA chest of drawers that I replaced the handles. So I decided to use them. I thought they would be perfect, nice, clean, black. I love them. So I think that turned out really good. That cost me £0. I had the paint, I had the sign, and I had the handles. Done. I also have a unit under the sink that Paul made for me when we first moved in. It was wood, if you remember when you saw the first part of this video, and all I did was paint it with chalk paint, which I already had. It is the Rust-Oleum paint. It will be linked below, trust me. All the baskets I already had as well. The little black ones are from Poundland. Then there's some blue ones that are from Matalan. If they are still available, I will link them. I know for a fact that Dunelm has exactly the same ones in grey, so that might be a nice option. And then right at the bottom, there's 2 white ones that are Curver baskets, and again, I will link them below. One of the best things I got was actually the rack that hangs by the shower. It is a stick-on rack, which is amazing. They're usually rubbish. I found it on Amazon. I researched it because I have bought so many over the years that just fall off after a day or 2, or once you put your shower gels in and all that kind of stuff. This one had fantastic reviews. It's been up for like 3 weeks. And it's not going anywhere. It's a sticker, so when I move, I will just use a hairdryer to take that out. And it did actually come with another sticker, so I can reuse it in my new home. And it's without a doubt one of my favorite things in the bathroom. I bought all these brown plastic bottles from TK Maxx. Yeah, that's right. TK Maxx has got an amazing range of that kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do, once I've finished what's inside them, I will refill them. Now, if you don't want to be bothered with that, that's fine. I really like having pretty bottles, and I think they are pretty. I decided to go for plastic because I have had this happen to me where one of them falls off and lands on your feet. And can you imagine if it's glass? It's not going to be pretty. The one that is being used as my soap dispenser is also a reused one, again from TK Maxx, and I've actually taken the label off that one already, so I'm pretty pleased with how everything looks. I also did a slight rearranging of things to make sure that everything fitted nicely, and I got a new shower head. That was from Pound Stretcher for $4.99. It's got a big, don't get me wrong, it's not luxury, but it feels a lot better than the one that used to be there, which was very small. This has got like a big head, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I do hope you guys enjoy this makeover. I am so pleased with it. I am done. You guys can go now and watch Arika's video. Arika, thank you so much for taking part in this collab with me. You are the best, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.